Right, my name's Patrick Christian. I'm the founder and the CEO of Culloma Technologies. This is my colleague, Tony Hart. He's Director of Business Development. Yes, titles are important nowadays, I always think. Right, let's give you a little bit of our CV. We're a software company. We're a technology company. We create software and intellectual property. We're based in Reading. We're a young company. We've been around for about a year and a half. And our sort of area, our remit, is in that murky space where broadcast television and the web meet. So we're creating software that underpins the delivery of video in a web TV type of environment. So that's TV and video in that sort of environment. We've created our first products, and they're being trialled in 3 locations in the US at the moment. So all of our customer base is in the US at present, though we are starting to develop one in the UK now. Okay, our specialist area just at the moment is in the area of advertising, and there's a really good reason for that. That's where the money is. So let me sort of introduce you to the issue that we're addressing here, and that is that web TV to date, film on and catch-up TV, etc., is really nothing more than broadcast TV, cable and satellite type TV, that's just carried over the web. So what it means is that TV, the content and the advertising that goes over the web is exactly the same as what gets carried over the normal television set. And we believe that the advantages of the web have been lost through that. There's no personalization, there's absolutely minimal relevance, and there's no measurement afterwards of the effectiveness of the advertising. The thing about web TV is that people use web TV when they're sort of further and further from their normal geographical locations, when they're on holiday or they're living abroad or something like that. And so the advertising component of that is even less relevant. So what does Culloma's software do? Basically, there are just 4 aspects of what we do. First and foremost, we've got to recognize when an ad break starts. So we're all about personalizing the advertising within broadcast TV, and so we can only do it during designated ad breaks. So that's the first part. The second part is that what we're trying to do is bring web-like processes in the advertising to broadcast television. And that means that our software has to interact with web ad servers to find the most relevant ad for the viewer that's watching. Third thing is that we've got to place that ad seamlessly. The important thing from the viewer's perspective is that the experience isn't destroyed or lost. So we have to put the ad in exactly the right place. And finally, as I said earlier, we've got to have measurement. The advertisers nowadays need accurate measurement. They get it from the web, and they're expecting it from TV. So once you introduce Culloma's software to this sort of web TV environment, it sort of changes, in some ways, the way the television looks to the viewer. Here's the same sequence again. We're coming up to the end of a particular TV show. Now, this is an American show. Say you're an American living in London and you're watching this show. Then when the content comes to the point of the ad break, what Culloma's software does is it kicks in and it identifies the type of viewer and personalizes the advertising. And that brings the advantages of the web. Number 1, greater personalization and relevance to the viewer. Number 2, less wastage to the advertiser. It's a common theme in television advertising that there's a huge amount of waste in terms of cost and time of ads going to the wrong places. It's an opportunity for the TV service provider to actually start generating revenue out of the advertising. And equally, it's an opportunity for that original broadcaster to gain extra revenue from the advertising because they're reaching places that they couldn't have reached before. So, yeah, final slide, the way forward. Culloma's customers are usually, not always, but usually the service providers, the guys who are actually offering the television service to the consumer. As I said earlier on, our software is being trialled in the US. We've got 3 locations on the East Coast who are actually testing it at the moment. As a company, we're privately financed, actually financed by me, most of it. And we're now just moving forward into the next phase where we're looking for further funding to start growing and growing more rapidly. And that also includes certain strategic acquisitions that we're wanting to make to start to build up Culloma into a more significant company. And that's us.